Hello guys, and welcome to another weekly vlog. Look at the mess of my hair. I have combed it, I promise. So I'm going to step back in time. I'm going to step back in time. Can anybody else? What is that? There's a spider on my rear camera. Huh? That's it. Wait, oh, it's moving now. Right, I'm going to get really distracted by that. So the other day I started off the vlog. It's actually Wednesday, but let's pretend it's yesterday. The reason I'm going to actually re-record this is because I waffled for 18 minutes and it's like there was no need to waffle for 18 minutes. So I'm going to try and re-record what I said in a more succinct manner, and then I'll come back to you yesterday on the way home from my mum's. So what I was saying yesterday was that an engineer was supposed to, boiler engineers, was supposed to come out last week. Darren was on the phone on Friday, back and forth. We were promised someone would be out that day. Sat in all day, made loads of like rearrangements to stuff that was meant to happen. Long story short, no one turned up, no one phoned to tell us they were turning up. We were without heating downstairs all weekend, it's been freezing. Then they've been told strictly that if anybody's to come, they are to call us in advance. Nobody called us. The guy showed up at 10 to 9 on Monday morning. I'm still in bed because generally I am at that time because I'm not good in the morning with my fibro, and ME just means I'm exhausted a lot. And my worst time is like mornings. So I had to haul my ass out of bed, get downstairs. I slept on the sofa for a while. Basically the upshot is he was there until 5:30. He went from tagging our situation to no heating downstairs to no heating anywhere in the house, and now no ability to heat hot water. Took 2 trips into town to buy something, which neither of which worked. He has not a clue what he is doing. He is terrible. We have told the company not to send him. He's the only one based here. He's the one that keeps saying, oh, my family are from where I'm from. So it's almost like, oh, don't complain about me, or, you know, my family are from here. Which, when you live in a little insular village, you know, everybody knows everybody and people can make your life really awkward. But he's messed up the whole system. He's visited now, I think, 5 times. We've had about 10 visits in all. The problem's no better. It just keeps getting worse. There's loads more to it about people meant to be turning up, no one turning up. Darren on the phone with the housing company. Thank Christ we're not paying for this, is all I can say. And she says, yeah, there's been a lot of visits, it's cost a lot of money. So he was supposed to come out today to drill holes in all the radiators and put taps on so they could be bled, because our radiators are so old that where you would normally bleed them with a key is too rusted. So anyway, the situation is absolutely shit. It's just not good. The guy was into every corner. 3 minutes? That's much better than 18. The guy was into every corner, underneath things, pulling stuff out. He flooded the floor in the bathroom. He took our tiles to clean it without mentioning anything, or we would have got him old stuff if it, and he had all this like big rolls of this boy absorbent stuff. He didn't use that, he used our towels. He flooded the garage and didn't tell us, where I have boxes of like sentimental Isaac's work from school from when he was in nursery. Every single card Isaac's received for birthdays, Christmases, christening, you name it, I've kept every single card in scrapbooks. Now thankfully I haven't been out to see it myself yet, but thankfully the bottom box I had replaced with, they were in like big massive cardboard shoe type boxes, but I replaced the bottom box with a plastic box because the bottom one was beginning to get a bit compressed with the weight of the others on top. And I think it's protected them, but like Darren only had a quick look yesterday. I need to actually have a look. Anyway, the guy has done nothing but cause mess, break stuff, make stuff worse, keeps coming out and telling us 100 times how his family are from our village and they still live here. Anyway, it's just a big faff. I shall cut back to me yesterday, a little bit later than the original recording, on my way home from my mum's. Hello again, it's the same day, guys. It's still Tuesday. Just thought I'd give you some. I'm always complaining, so I thought I'd give you some good news. Not that it's good news for you, but you know what I mean. Like, if you're always, yes, I know, if you're always complaining about things going wrong, I thought I'd tell you about things going right. So I managed to sort my dad's car insurance. I don't know if I told you, but he hadn't got down the adaptions to the car, like the ramp and all that stuff, which adds, yeah, I did, because I waffled about 69% increase. So I got it through Sterling Insurance, and I phoned because there was an issue with the website, and I got this guy, and he says, you know, it was really nice, really friendly. I was wondering whether to take another call. I was coming up to the end of the day. I says, oh, I am sorry. I said, it's, and you're hoping it was going to be something quick, and it's me with this. Oh no, it makes the day better speaking to a friendly person. I thought, well, that'll do. There was a guy on the footpath riding a push bike, unless that's what that was going off for. So anyway, the quote I got online, right, my dad last year paid about 370 quid for his car insurance for the year, fully comp. Oh, there's a pride flag outside the chapel. Awesome. I can't twist you around in time to see it, but I'm so glad to see that. That will be taken down. The minute DUP sees that, that will be torn down. Right outside the chapel, a pride flag. Look at that, guys. Fabulous. Fabulous. Those guys are looking at it. Those boys are looking at it. So yeah, that's something, isn't it? This is still flicking wobbling and I haven't fixed it. Is that tightened? I have no idea why this keeps wobbling, but it didn't wobble before with the other phone. Oh, I don't want to be doing that. So anyway, this is why, oh, it's two lovely little dogs. Oh, they're so cute. It's like brother and sister. They look exactly the same. So my dad paid $3.7 something last year for his insurance, and this year they quoted him for about $4.80. He said no claims, nothing, you know, his insurance has just gone up by way over £100 for a year, which is like, why? So I says, right, let's look around and see what we can get you sorted. That's when I found out he hadn't actually stated all of the adaptions. He had got down that he was parked on a driveway, which he isn't. And I says, you know, I says two things. As it is, if you have an accident or someone crashes into you and drives off and you need to use your insurance, I said they won't pay out because the vehicle that you have listed on the policy isn't the vehicle you're driving, because all of the adaptions make a difference. And I says, secondly, you know, I can't remember what the secondly was. Oh yeah, and the price will go up. So I put in all the correct details, correct parking, all of that stuff, and managed to get a quote for roughly what I paid last year. No fucking indicator. Which he was really pleased at. So there were a few issues with the site, so I phoned up, got that guy, he was really nice, and he says, you know what, he says, I'm going to try and save you a bit more money. And he managed to get the insurance down to 300 and something, 33 something. So he knocked about 40 to 50 quid off the quote that I'd managed to get online, and he got it gold level cover. So he's got windscreen protection, 100,000 worth of legal protection if you should need it, personal accident protection, so if anything happened to anyone in the car, key safe or something. So you know, it's just, he's got such a high level of stuff for 330 odd quid, and it's like, wow, such a nice guy. So I will be seeking out how to put in a, you know the way you can give feedback for just really good service. So I'll sort that out when I get back. And also Darren sent me a text. Now I'll have to speak to him because they sent me a text just before it that said if I have to speak to any more effing morons today, I'm going to blow an effing gasket. So I don't know the ins and outs of that till I get home, but later that afternoon he sent me another one to say they're replacing all our radiators in the house, and they're coming tomorrow morning at 10:30. So on the downside, there's going to be people in the house all day. On the upside, we're getting all new radiators, which is fabulous. So saved me dad a lot on his insurance, fully legal, all the stuff that should be on the policy is on the policy. I'm even on the policy as a named driver, and I was going to say, and we're getting our radiators replaced. So there you are. That big mega whinge I had this morning, things are looking up. So I shall get off now. It is coming up on 6:30. I'm usually home for 5 o'clock, so I was a while sorting out that for my dad, but I'm glad it's done. So I shall catch up with you guys later in the week. Okay, so we're on Wednesday now. We're back up to date. I am waiting at a traffic light, one of them temporary traffic lights. So I'm going into the library. There is a reference book about the history of St. Louis, which is the school I went to, the school Isaac's at now, but there's loads of old photographs and stuff in. Somebody had posted about it on Facebook, and I thought I'd really like to see that, and apparently it's in the reference section in the library, so I'm going to have a look. And I may, if they've got any computers free, use some of the time to go through some YouTube comments for either of my two channels. I'll get some of those banged out if I can, because I so seldom get the chance to sit down and take a bit of time, but today all I've got's time. So I wanted to keep myself out of the house. He has said he's going to be there till after 5. Isaac will be home about 4, so I probably should try to get home for about the same time as Isaac. How long? So this light has been red forever, and now all the traffic's coming from the other side. I think that was only 4 men standing around a hole. That's a bit less than the usual 7 or 8, isn't it? Oh, there's not. There's another couple coming to join them, look. No, I'm back a little more annoyed than I was earlier. Oh, Jesus wept. The plumber called to say that his boss had sent him on another job first, which was a right pig of a job, and it was going to take several hours. He would be at ours in a few hours' time, which means he's not coming. Darren phoned the housing association and said, look, and they were like, what? It should be a 2-man job. They're trying to get another company to take it. It's back and forth, back and forth. Meanwhile, we've no hot water, no heating. I'm like, why can the housing association not call up this company that they employ and demand some answers? Demand to know why he was sent to a different job instead of the urgent job he was supposed to be coming to for us. I know why it is, because Darren knows I struggle in the morning, so he put the time off. The guy wanted to come first thing, and Darren says, no, look, can you leave it till about 10:30? And I really wish you hadn't have, because if I'm up before like 12, it's early for me, because I really struggle in the morning. So it could be 7 o'clock, it could be 10 o'clock, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be exhausted regardless. So we've lost the day because his boss, I says, well, what's to stop us calling the company and ask them what the hell's happened and tell them we need some clarity, because they can't expect us to sit in the house all day every day waiting for jobs that keep being cancelled. It's not fair. So he was going to call the company. I don't know how the housing association will take that, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not doing their job. They're not liaising with this company and saying, look, you keep letting down our client. We need to tell them. We need to give them a guaranteed arrival time. So last I spoke to Darren, which was about half an hour ago, maybe a bit more actually, he was going to call the company and then let me know what happened, and I haven't heard from him since. But I am fed up to the back teeth. So I've cancelled. The girl over the road was meant to come and visit today with her daughter, her 3-year-old, and she's never been before I usually get her daughter Christmas and birthday presents each year. Her daughter's birthday was last week, so she was going to come over like for the first time to visit. She never gets to go anywhere. She's stuck at home with a kid. She doesn't have access to a car because her husband's at work in the car. And I had to cancel her, like saying about this bloody plumber, and then he doesn't show up, and then it looks like I'm trying to make excuses. And I said, like, you know, maybe best put it off to Friday because, you know, it might be a 2-day job, I don't know. And she says, oh well, sure, we'll leave it to next week. Thank Christ, because at this stage I don't know. I can make no plans. I've left the house this morning really early. I spent some time in the library. I found a photograph of me on a school trip. I was looking for old school photos, but the years that I won I can't find. I did find a list of like medal winners for sprinting races. Nobody ever believes me, with my name at number 1 for 100 meters, but my name's at number 3 for 200 meters, which I know's not right, because I know I always won the 100 and the 200. The 400's the one I usually came in about third because I'm beginning to get knackered by then, and the 800, just forget it. But 1 and 200 was my sort of forte. But if I'm one photograph, which I'm in, but the years that I would have been photographed, like in a 5th year group photograph, that one's missing. That they bring out this, they still do actually, this publication every year called the Cantilla Voice, and the year that I would have been, they only photograph 1st years, 5th years and upper 6th. I've got the one that I'm in for upper 6th. If I can find the photo, I'll put it in. I'll put in the photograph of me on the school trip. And I wanted the 1st and the 5th year photograph, but they don't have those years. I mean, they go back to 1970 something, but they don't have, then from about I think it was 1990 onwards, they've got it almost every year, which is no use to me. I left school in 94, I think. Yeah, I think it was 1994 that I left upper 6th. So yeah, that is an update. I'm just about to have a bite of lunch. My car window's open if you hear noise. I got myself, it was a really paltry selection, so I've got chicken coleslaw and stuffing sandwich. I bet that's really bad for me, but what can you do? I'm hungry and I haven't eaten. Oh my god, have a guess how many calories is in that. That's shocking. 551. 551 calories in a fucking sandwich. And a little pot of pineapple, which has got about 75 calories, which is fine. And one of these. I really like these innocent smoothies. This is the strawberry, cherry, apple, guarana and flax seeds with vitamins, and that's like, I don't know, 300 mils is about 150 calories in that, so they're both fine. But 551 in a fucking sandwich, that's nearly I try and eat like 1,000 calories a day, so with this and these two things that I'm now about to eat, that's like 800, we'll say 900 calories. And I've already had a pancake this morning. I've eaten my allowance. So basically, one little tiny pancake with a coffee, first thing, and this sandwich and fruit, and that's my daily allowance. Well, I'm sorry, I'm having something for tea. So today we're going over daily allowance, and we're not doing our exercise because we're not in the house. Great. Right, let's see what this sandwich is like. This is riveting stuff, folks, isn't it? I'm about to read. Let me show you what I'm going to read. Oh, can I show this? Let me think when this will go up. I'm trying to work out if this is going to go up before. No, I can't show you. It's like you hear me talk about Kelly and Dave. Her partner Dave's birthday is on is it the 7th of July? It's at the start of July. I was going to show you the card I bought, but because it amused me, but I can't because they might watch it before then. What else is there? My mum's birthday. I don't think you're going to be very interested in seeing my mum's birthday card. I've got a pair of jeans. There's a new shop second-hand clothes, £5 and under, but it's not like a normal charity shop. I walked past it yesterday and I double took because there was something in the window that looked like something out of Austin Powers. It was so 60s/70s and I loved it. The print, it was pink and red, which they say pink and red, what is it? No, it's pink and green, should never be seen. People say you shouldn't wear pink and red together. I completely disagree. Wear whatever the hell you want, but I like it, and the print was so 70s. I went in and tried it on. It was on my size too. Well, it drowned me. It was way too big, and I was beginning to feel about, oh, maybe I'm coming down a size, until I tried on a pair of jeans in the size above that and couldn't fasten them. So that brought me right down to earth with a crash bang wallop. But I got one pair of black jeans in the shop, which are a little big for me around the waist, but they fit me in the legs, so I'll just wear a belt. They were only £4, so I've got a pair of jeans. But see, if you were a smaller size, there's so much retro stuff in it. It's like so much 70s stuff, and I don't think it's actual 70s stuff. It's like, you know, looks like, but I love the stuff in it, but I'm too big to fit into it. There are only a few items in the shop. That top that I saw that I adored was like an 18, which is what I tend to wear, and it was like, it tied in the middle. It was buttons and then it tied in the middle. It was supposedly between the boobs, but if I do this, it was like here somewhere. You could see my entire bra, the whole thing in the middle. I says, unless I want to go out and expose myself to the world, I can't buy that. I was really disappointed. So I'm going to eat this sandwich. I haven't told you what it's like yet. I'm sure it's not very riveting. Oh, actually, it's quite nice. Anything's quite nice when you're hungry. I'd love to know what Darren's doing. I've had no text back yet. I'm going to read. I was going to show you what I was going to read. I got these two. Sean Hudson's my favourite author since I was like 14. It's really immature, childish horror. I got these two books ages ago and I haven't read them yet. So that's the second one. The first one's called Incisions Cut 1, which is basically the same cover, different colour, but it's short horror stories. He never writes short stories, but this is a book of short stories. Right, that's his list of books, which I have. Well, I have all of them. I'm sure this was one that was signed. Maybe it wasn't. Yes, it was. For Lisa, number 49 of 150. Best blood spattered wishes. By the way, I love the thing you did about my books on YouTube. I mean, I don't know. I did like just a thing talking about Sean Hudson because I love Sean Hudson. And he's seen it. Can you believe that? So I'm going to start reading the first one of those after I've had my sandwiches. So I will go. I shall speak to you guys later, so see if there's any more updates. Not something you want to see every day, really, is it? I'm waiting on the Hoover machine, and this guy, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but every time I go to the Hoover machine, there's someone in front of me. I went to the normal one that I went to last time that had those rude people at it. The jet wash is working again. Council van beat me to it with a trailer. He's going to be there I don't know how long. The Hoover thing beside it is not working. So I've went to a different petrol station, and this guy had just started when I pulled up, and honestly, builder's bum wouldn't be in it. And he's got all his kids in the car. Actually, I'm not sure if that's his kid or his wife. I think that's his wife, but she's tiny. Another guy's just pulled up. Right, it's ran out. Please don't put more money in, mate. No more money. Right, he's put it back. There's a guy pulled up on the other side, and I don't want him to sneak. I got here 10 minutes before he did, but there's like a bank of parking spaces to one side of the Hoover and then a bank to the other side of the Hoover, and he would need to know that I'm waiting for that Hoover. If he drives in before me, I'm due to have a meltdown. More bad news about the engineer. See if I've got time to tell you while I'm sat here. Darren phoned the Nicor Construction that hire the engineers. through a contract with our housing association. So because they weren't doing what they should be doing, Darren phoned them, and the guy that liaises with everyone basically said, oh, we had to call him off an urgent job, your job's not urgent. This other job has got tenants moving in tomorrow and they've got no heating. Darren says, you what? It's just so existing tenants, it doesn't matter if they've got heating. Get this. Because he's put it down as needing new radiators, it overrides the existing urgent job of no hot water and no heating. And he says, well, it says on the system we've got until the 25th to sort this out. And Darren says, but we've got no hot water and no heating, and you're telling me a new tenant with no heating it takes priority. Oh, but yours is down as radiators. Right, he's coming out. I need to move. I just need to make this other guy aware of my intentions, because I doubt he's just... Bet this guy reverses out and blocks me in, and the other guy comes out. Right, just move! See me, when someone's waiting, I feel a sense of urgency and I rush. Some people don't give a flying fuck, and he's one of them. Don't you fucking come in. There's another one coming now. So this guy couldn't understand that, or no heating for a fortnight and now no hot water for almost a week should take priority over a new tenant moving in tomorrow with no heating. Oh, but you're down as radiators. Radiators isn't urgent. Darren says the job that he was supposed to be fixing is urgent. He hasn't fixed it. Oh, but radiators overrides that. What's this person doing? They're gonna fucking... Jesus wept. That was close. Fucking hell. This green car pulling up alongside me to the left was literally within inches. Right, this guy's still in this parking space. He started his engine and he still hasn't moved. See what I mean about no sense of urgency? And still not. Right, I'm just putting my window down because this guy looks like he's getting out. He's not fucking getting this before me. He's just asked, are you waiting for that? And I'm like, yep. Is this guy moving or what? He's just sat there. There's 2 people, I think maybe 3 people now waiting. Right, we're all backed out, guys. The guy that pulled in the other one said I didn't know how this worked. You put money in and then it gives you like 5 minutes or something. He says, I only need to put air in my 2 back tyres. If you let me go first, I'll only be like a minute and then you can have the rest. So I let him go first. I didn't actually realise it meant there'd be money left on for me. I thought he was just saying, look, I'm only going to be a minute. I want to put air in. And I thought, I knew how hacked off I'd be if I was sitting ages just because I wanted like a minute. So I let him go first and I got a minute and a half to do for free. But I needed another like £2 on top of that, and then I had a pound of fragrance, which I don't think did anything. I think it just... You can let me know if you've ever had that fragrance thing from a Hoover machine. It has this wee thing, but I'm absolutely convinced... Oh, right, they're letting me go. So, obviously this is my old school, Isaac's existing school. They've got sports day today. I was just going to go up here and see if I can catch him and give him a lift home. Ugh! But I've no idea how I would do that. Probably going to be up here somewhere, but oh shit, it's a speed bump. I don't know if I'm really allowed up here. 6th form parking only. That's the original convent building there, Alan. There's a bit of history for you. Nuns came from France and founded this school, which is why it's called St. Louis. And that is the original. Right, you can't... This is a dead end. Oh shit. This is a dead end. Just wait till they've pulled out and then I can pull out. It's a primary school next door. Hello, so I've parked up. I went for a nosy. They are doing sports day right up at the top. I can see loads of kids. So I'm not going to go up anywhere near it to embarrass Isaac. I'll wait here. He has to come past this. So I'm hoping that I can A, see him, B, get his attention. I might get out of the car when I see them walk past and just go stand like behind the car. He'll be mortified if I do that. But I don't want to sit here and waste my time if I can give him a lift. So that is the plan. It's so weird to see kids at school in a school uniform driving cars. I don't think they should be allowed to drive cars at 17, bah humbug, but I think it's too young. They've proven that in the male brain, a certain part that needs to develop to process risk is not fully developed until 20 something. But yet boys are driving from 17, putting everybody's insurance up because they're having all these flipping accidents. I'm not saying women don't have accidents, but most accidents are caused by men under the age of 25. And when you take into consideration that the part of your brain to calculate risk isn't developed, should they be driving a car? I don't know. But I remember when I was in upper sixth and I wouldn't want to have been having the responsibility of driving a car. Never mind, you know, boys. But it's scary because you hear stuff on the news all the time about like groups of teenagers killed in cars, and a girl was out in a car with her boyfriend, they were all killed, and it's happening all the time. Especially when you live somewhere with a lot of rural country roads that tend to be very windy and up and downy, which they just take like racetracks. They love it and they just zoom around them. But anyway, I shall switch you off and I'll wait and see if Isaac appears. Yeah, and then it's home. The engineer showed, I told you. So anyway, yeah, I told you that they couldn't understand Darren's argument that us not having had heating for 2 weeks and hot water since they last came was just as much, if not more, of a priority than a person moving in tomorrow that doesn't have heating. Oh no, but you're just down to have your radiators changed. Darren says yes, but the problem still exists. We still don't have hot water or heating, and we had hot water until your engineer came on Monday and did something, and now we don't. And in order for him to complete the job, he needs to replace the radiators. Oh, well, that's just down as replacing radiators, and that's not down as urgent. It did not matter how many times Darren tried to explain. Irrelevant. We can't make a formal complaint because the thing is through rural housing. Darren phoned and updated them, and they just seem to be like spineless. They just don't want to do anything about it, and I think it's just a disgrace, if you ask me. But, oh, there's a ton of midges there and a big lump, just all lumped. You don't come anywhere near this car. I have my windows down. Why is there a big pile of midges there? That's horrible. They're just in one spot. Here, don't be looking at me. Hope it's not because I'm sat here. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. But, that used to be my old track down there. It's now fully astroturfed. It's another school child with a car with a big dent up the side of the car, might I add. There's a space up at the top here for sixth form pupils only to park. It would be really handy to park there, because then I would be able to be facing front of everybody coming out. But and another one. So the engineer apparently arrived at 2 o'clock. It's now about 3:15. He measured up and he has gone to purchase the new radiators. He's definitely not going to get finished today, but he's going to try to get the living room done so that leaves the room with the dogs in free. The issue is the dogs go ballistic when people are in and out, and he keeps leaving doors open, sheds open, garages open, and if he has the living room done, then I can sit with the dogs in the living room, which is something. But he'll probably be back, well, he said he'll do what he can today and then set a date to come back and finish. I hope that date is not any later than tomorrow, but I don't know. Getting the radiators changed is a good thing. We've got new radiators, but the problem of no heating and no hot water still exists. He seems to think it's there in the system. It isn't. It's a sealed system, so why one of the midges infiltrated the car. So why, you know, apparently he was bleeding the downstairs bathroom radiator and the water was hissing out of it for like, should be like a couple of minutes, and it was like getting on an hour and it was still coming out. And Darren said, but it's a sealed system. And the guy said, I know. And Darren said, so where's all the air coming from? And he said, I don't know. So that fills you with confidence. So anyway, I shall switch you on when I've anything of any interest. God, I can't believe that's a schoolboy. He looks like Daniel Radcliffe. He's driving an Audi. It doesn't have an R plate, which means he passed his test more than a year ago. Which I don't know if that's, but he must have passed at the beginning of lower sixth. Right, I'm gonna go and wait. All the school children are leaving now, and they look so young to be driving cars. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm going. Speak to you later. Hello. Isaac's here.
No, I'm not.
It's the evening. It is for 7 o'clock. We've just been to the Chinese.
Yeah.
The guy's still there. It took him 2.5 hours to fit 2 radiators. He's still there. He's doing other radiators. So Darren's dying of hunger. So I've been to the Chinese because the kitchen's upside down in a mess, so I can't make any tea. Anyway, on the way to the Chinese, we passed a really bad car smash. I think everybody's okay. There seem to be people sitting by the roadside with the police, but there's a car on each side, and the cars are in some bad shape.
One of the cars, half of the front is missing.
And all the airbags have gone off in the car.
I ate the car. I ate it. I was hungry.
So I'm hoping that we don't get stopped on the way back.
Why would we get stopped?
If the ambulance or anything's there, we maybe just reached it just as it happened, maybe just after it happened, so they hadn't put a traffic stop in place yet.
Labradoodle, I think. Or is it?
Ambulance is here.
Uh-oh.
So they'll let the traffic pass single file. I'm just hoping this guy, the fact this guy's in front of me, he's probably the recovery guy.
Carrot stick.
It's Wednesday, same evening, just had our Chinese. It's almost 8 o'clock. We're still on the downstairs radiators. Give me strength. This doesn't fix the problem, by the way. Why are you barking at Arthur? She's barking at Red Dead Redemption. Dobby, it's Arthur. I've started Red Dead Redemption 2 again. I think it's like the 4th. Why are you barking at it? Let's see what she does when they move. Look at them horses. Do you not like the horses? Dear me. Look, the horses moving, Dobby, look. The remains of our radiators. Yep.
Right, there's Isaac the Pratt, who's been told every day, twice a day, for years, put your slippers on or you will hurt yourself. We've had workmen in the house all week, including workmen in the house till 10 o'clock tonight. Isaac decides to go walking round upstairs with nothing on his feet and kicks a radiator and has quite possibly broken his toe. Fantastic.
I don't see why you need to record
Fantastic.
That's
Is it embarrassing?
no, it's just annoying.
Is it annoying?
No, it's just annoying.
It's the next morning. I've got someone keeping me company. There's another one there. This morning is on. Let me turn you around and tell you why he is there and not at school. So, yes, I'm a mess. Yes, I look tired. Yes, I'm wearing a snuggie that I've cut the neck off so it's easier to get on and off. Somebody walked into one of the discarded radiators last night in his bare feet. The radiators that hadn't been put on yet were like put up against a wall, and someone got up to go to the toilet, walked into a radiator in his bare feet, and had us convinced he'd broken his toe. Was absolutely adamant he'd broken his toe, was crying. Darren took him to A&E at about 11. They got home at 4 o'clock in the morning. His toe's not broken. But obviously he wasn't in his bed till after 4 a.m. And am I going to make him get up at 7 for school? No. Given that he's off tomorrow anyway, I thought it best to keep him off, sort of keep his foot rested and elevated, because there's so much he's got coming up. He's got his grading, he's got a water ski thing with Scouts, he's got a gig coming up next. I thought, oh God, if he's broken his toe, so many things he's got coming up he won't be able to do. So he's currently lying here kipping. Might I add, he's had more sleep than I've had. But obviously I stayed awake until they got home. I did some like cleaning and stuff and sorting out here. And I can barely move for pain today. I'm so sore. I have got a splitting headache. I'm knackered. I've had about 2 hours sleep. I'm gonna go to bed early tonight, definitely. Hello, Dobby. I've got that one. The flash must be on because your eyes are all lit up. That one's moved over. You know that thing, Loaf of Bread, that cartoon? Look, she's a loaf of bread. You're a loaf of bread, aren't you? Oh, have I got the flash on? Is that why you're... There, that's better, isn't it? You had the flash on, so the flash is off now. That's her not squinting at you. Is he snoring, Dobby? Is Isaac snoring? He is. Dobby likes Red Dead Redemption 2. She watched it for quite a while last night. She got a bit annoyed at the horses, though. Right. I shall go. I'll check in later. You're a naughty girl if ever there was one. You gonna shut up? Look, my Deadpool Snuggies now. Molly.
Hello. She's fine now.
Any more barking, you'll go back in the box of shame. Hello. It is Thursday night. Let's catch you up, guys. The engineer has 3 radiators left to fit, and for reasons best known to himself, he didn't do that today. He started trying to figure out why the heating's not working. Rather than finish the job with the radiators, then the job about the heating can be escalated to an emergency. But while the heaters are down as needing replaced, that's not seen as an emergency, which is why we think they didn't finish them, because they've other work they need to do and they don't want us going down as an emergency, even though we've got no heating. But the replacement radiators overrides the call for heating. So he drained the system, he filled it, he drained it, and Darren says, I don't know what he's doing, because when he fits 3 new radiators, he's going to have to drain and refill the whole system anyway. So he went away, he came at 9, he went at about 2:30, I think, and he's coming back tomorrow morning again at 9 o'clock. So another early rise. We had moved everything. I mean, you've probably seen how many figures and all this shit Isaac has on his cabinet that his TV's on. And Darren had moved every single thing off it in case it got knocked over when he was taking... Because we had to move the whole unit so he can get at the radiator. And obviously we had to move all the stuff off the bed again because he didn't touch the radiators. So eventually he said to Darren, I'm stumped. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with your system. I'm going to have to get someone else in, but I'm also going to have to wait till I'm also available because I want to see what the problem is from an educational point of view. So tomorrow is coming back to fit the final 3 radiators. I hope that's what I should have done today. And then we're on an emergency call out for the heating that hasn't worked for now 3 weeks. Well, actually, now 3 weeks that we reported it to them, but it hadn't been working since the final visit, which was maybe 2 months ago, but I hadn't used the heating. It was just a really cold snap we'd have, and I've had a lot of bad pains. So to say we're all beyond pissed off is an understatement. We're all fed up, we're all scunnered, we're all tired. We haven't been able to go anywhere, do anything, sort anything out because of this palaver with these just stupid people. So he's back tomorrow. Isaac has Scouts tomorrow night. He's off school tomorrow, teacher training day. Saturday he's got jiu-jitsu. Hopefully his toe is going to be okay. I think he was just making a big issue over nothing. His pain threshold is shocking. Then we've got the tattoo convention in Belfast on Saturday, but we won't get to that to quite a bit later because with him having his grading in 2 weeks, he needs to make an appearance at the jiu-jitsu thing. Even more so because the week after it, that is the last class before the grading, he's going on this water ski thing with Scouts. It's the last thing before Scouts break up for the summer, and he desperately wanted to do it, so I thought, right, okay, we'll let you do it. But I said, you can't miss both of the Scouts things. You're going to have to go to this Friday night. And this Saturday's jiu-jitsu. You can't miss 2 weeks. So he's going to miss 1 week and hope it doesn't look ridiculously bad. So yeah, just really, really, really tired and drained and sore at the minute. I'm so sore, I can't even tell you. All we're doing is cleaning, tidying, trying to keep the dogs from barking, which when someone's in and out your door all day, in the garage, up the stairs, in and out the door, into every room, out of every room. I'm just stressed to the back teeth, and he's like walking in and out with dirty boots all over the carpet. We now need to hire a carpet cleaner for the carpet and landing stairs because it is now filthy with just boots in and out all day, and we're no further forward. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody has a clue. So yeah, that's what's happening. So tomorrow, more of the same. Scouts tomorrow night. I'm in at my mum's. Saturday, jiu-jitsu, then travel up to Belfast to the tattoo convention. Sunday, my mum's. And next week, I wonder, is the heating fixed? Who knows? Kira will be coming over from over the road next week. I had to put her off 3 times because of engineers. So I'm sure she thinks I'm... Then again, she can see the bloody van sat there all day. So yeah, scunnered. Anyway, I shall catch up with you at some stage over the weekend. Download's on at the minute. So I've been vicariously looking at all the RockFit people doing RockFit and meeting up to get it. It's like, oh, I would love to be there, but what can you do? Can't afford it. Anyway, I'll speak to you guys later in the week. Friday morning. Fed up. Knackered. Fucking engineers here again. Me patience. Isaac's off school today. There he is with Dolly. Who just heard her name. Molly's pacing. Well, she's having a drink, right? Honest to God, people, I'm going to lose my rag. I'm going to have to switch this off.
If the app needs it.
Hello. It is Friday evening. We're on our way into Scouts. Isaac has a barbecue. Second last Scouts of before the summer. Next Saturday is water skiing for them. I've had to buy him a wetsuit, secondhand on eBay. Because it's like, they didn't say anything, and I thought, right, hang on, I says, do they need wetsuits, or will they have wetsuits there? Oh, well, they'll have some wetsuits, but we can't guarantee there'll be one that'll fit. So they didn't think it was appropriate to actually tell parents that. So I've got my wetsuit, which should be here before then. I've ordered it. This should be here Tuesday at the latest, so hope that should be okay. What else? Engineer left today. All the radiators are fitted, nothing's working, no hot water, no heating. I'm not going to get into another palaver because I feel like I've spent hours talking to you about this heater and the engineer. The other guy filmed that originally put the boiler in, completely aghast. He's like, what the hell has he done?
He didn't use the word hell.
Went through everything with Darren and he says he's effed it, meaning the new boiler. That cost a lot of money. This guy, whatever he's done, he's probably completely kaputted the new boiler. So this guy is sending, he said, I'm sending 2 of my best men. He says, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm not going to be able to get anyone there until Monday. Now, taking into consideration no hot water and no heat, it's supposed to be an emergency call out, and we've been without either all week. We've been without heat for at least a month.
First, I think.
And he's coming out on Monday. This is Friday night. Scunnered, and it couldn't come tomorrow because we're at a tattoo convention tomorrow, and I refused to sit in the house again. And then I'll be at my well, Darren could stay in on Sunday. I'll be at my mum's on Sunday. But yeah, nothing much else to tell you. That's it at the minute. I will try tomorrow and see if I can get any footage at this tattoo convention. No idea what it's going to be like. No idea how big, how small. I've never been to one. I've just always been curious. You can like walk about and see different people having their tattoos done, and you know, there might be bits and bobs to buy, food there, you know, that sort of thing. So Isaac's going to his jiu-jitsu because he's going to miss it next week because of the water skiing thing. And I really don't like the fact he has to miss it because he's got his grading that week. But anyway, at least there's no broken toe, hey? So we'll leave it at that for now, guys, and I shall catch up with you probably tomorrow when